Guys, what's going on? It's a Tuesday morning. The day is well underway. I just came back from a parent-teacher meeting at my youngest one's school. At the same time, my girl is taking my youngest one to speech therapy. Well, he's actually done there now, so she's taking him to school right now. So unfortunately, we couldn't both be there. That happens sometimes. And I took my oldest to school. That's how we have to do it. If you have two kids that go to different schools, we both take one and then we switch. We take turns who brings who to school and who picks who up. But it works though. It works. And yes, it would have been more convenient to put both kids in one school, but your kid's best interest comes first, and this was better for the kids. So we picked a school that was right for each one of them. Now, today I have a gig later on. It is a private party. It is a wedding. I'm definitely not a wedding DJ. Much props to wedding DJs because that's a different ball game than being a club DJ. You have to be very versatile, very diverse, and there's a lot more that comes into play. You are really your own business. You a lot of times have to bring all of the equipment, set everything up, negotiate the deals, the whole nine. You have to do everything, and playing at those parties is not the easiest because your crowd is also very diverse. Let me shut this off. So I don't do a lot of weddings. It's not really my thing. The only time I do weddings is when people specifically ask for me and for a style of music I play. So in this case, for their wedding party, they want to have someone who plays that New Jack Swing, old school hip hop, R&B, and stuff related to that. Now, that is right up my alley. So in that case, I don't have a problem with playing at a wedding. I'm going to have fun, and I know that I'll be playing music that people like. Now, of course, I will be prepared, and I will have some extra stuff on the side because you know there's going to be older family members there. They might want to hear a classic. There might be a couple younger ones there, and if the bride and groom are cool with it, I might play some stuff for the younger ones that are attending. But for the most part, I'll be catering towards that 30 to 40 age category, bracket, whatever you want to call it. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to shoot a lot of footage there because it is a private event. I'm not just going to film their wedding party and put it online. But I'll see what I can do. Maybe at least film when I'm setting up the two sets that I'll be using because I'm playing in two locations. I'm playing one set with turntables and my S9 and Serato, and the other spot I'll be using the CDJ set, and there's a specific reason for that. I'll let you know later, but I'll see what I can do, and maybe at least I can film myself while I'm DJing, but I don't want to invade in anyone's privacy, so I'm not just gonna film the people, just so you know. That's basically it for now. As you can tell, I am definitely not wedding ready. I have to be there in the afternoon. It's still early, but need to put in some work and get that done. So I'm going to take care of that. Find one of my shirts. I have to see if they have a specific dress code, a specific color, whatever, and find a shirt that can really match that dress code. I'm not showing up there in a t-shirt and a hat. That's not happening. So let me continue and check you later. Woo! On my way to the location, and look at this, man. Now, as far as I saw in the info, they had an outside and inside location, so I hope they're moving everything inside. But it's been a strange day like that, so from sunshine to rain, to sunshine to rain again. We'll see what happens, but I'm playing most of my set at night, and that's going to be inside anyway, so that's okay. Now, like I told you guys earlier, I'm going to have one turntable set with my S9 and Serato, and the other set is going to be a CDJ set. Now they wanted to have 2 sets in there, and the reason why I chose to also have a CDJ set there is because I knew in advance that there was definitely a probability that there would be another DJ. And I asked them if there was going to be another DJ. They said no, but I could tell by the planning that there was going to be a big gap where I'm not playing and they're probably going to need music. And I also know that most of the DJs that would come and play would be using CDJs, so I was not even thinking about me, but the possibility of another DJ there, because if they got somebody to just fill in for an extra hour and that person is only familiar with CDJs and they come over and there's a turntable set with an S9, that's going to be chaos, confusion, and frustration. So what I'm going to do, I'll be playing about an hour of music during the reception, and I was booked to play tonight, so I'm doing 11 to 1. But they asked me later on if I could also play for like an hour during the reception and just play some reggae. So that first hour that I'm playing, I'll be playing in between sets from a band. That's not going to be a DJ set. I'm going to be playing some reggae. I'm not going to be mixing. I'll just find some cool songs and play them for, well, 2-3 minutes and make a simple transition, not mixing. I'm not going to be mixing a lot of these reggae songs, but I'll figure out some cool ways to make transitions. I mean, I have that CDJ set with a 900 there, so you can do stuff with that. But the real DJ set, that's going to be from 11 to 1, and that's going to be old school hip hop and R&B, New Jack Swing, and I know for a fact I'll be adding like some nice 80s MJ stuff, Prince, and maybe even some disco classics, but also do it a little more electronic, not new stuff, but like some UK garage that goes great with some New Jack Swing, and maybe even some house classics. We'll see. Now, one more thing I wanted to talk about with gigs like this, basically with all gigs, but especially with gigs like this, when the party isn't organized by a real party promoter or club, communication is even more important. Not just to make sure everything is right for you, but also to make sure that your client is comfortable. So in this case, my communication from now on is with the wedding planner. I suggested that to the bride and groom because they have so much on their mind already. My first communication was with them, but I told them like, hey, we're good from here on. Let me just communicate with the wedding planner. You don't have to deal with this anymore. So that's what I'm doing. And right now it's about 10 to 3. I told the wedding planner I was going to be there at 3. I have to be standby at 4 o'clock. I have to set up the equipment, which will take me like 10 minutes. So if I'm there at 3, I have plenty of time to set up and deal with any technical difficulties if they happen to occur. But here's the thing. Like I said, I'm 10 minutes out. Well, I have to be there in 10 minutes. From here, it's going to take me about 10 minutes. But I want to make sure that I know that the wedding planner is not going to stress because they have so much on their mind. I don't want them to worry about if the DJ is showing up. So even though I know that I'll probably be there at 3 or maybe a couple of minutes after 3, I'm gonna phone her now and let her know that I'm about 10 minutes out. That way she already knows like, okay, the DJ is almost here. It's almost 3 o'clock. That is going according to plan. Because I know I've dealt with people before who have to organize parties who don't do it all the time. And for them, it can be a very stressful experience. And I've had people call me like 20 times. And I wasn't even late yet. It was like an hour before I was supposed to be there. And they just kept on calling me with questions, asking where I was exactly, because they were stressing out because they did not want anything to go wrong. And I want to be ahead of that. So before they get the chance to start stressing, I'm going to comfort them by letting them know this is what's going on. This is my ETA. And as soon as I get there, I start to take care of business, communicate, let her know, okay, everything is set up now, everything works, we're good to go. I'll be standby at 3:45, even though I have to be standby at 4. I'll make sure I'm ready. You never know, man. If you're professional and you treat people the right way, this can also result in more jobs. Not that I'm looking for wedding gigs, but you never know. This wedding planner might run into a situation where it's clear that she's dealing with a client who likes the music that I play. If I show that I'm a professional, she will remember me, and next time she'll probably call me when she needs a DJ like me. Logic, right? Common sense. So right now I'm good to go. I already did one set. I'm not even gonna call it a set. Basically, I just made sure that the band that's playing right now got a chance to take a break, and I played for like 25-30 minutes, but just put on some music. No real mixing, just some reggae, some 80s classic soul funk type of stuff. So that was cool, and everyone's just enjoying themselves. They're eating, kids are playing, and I'm gonna have something to eat too. My set inside, I'm gonna show you that right now, and then I'll show you the outside set as well.
Ja, dus het is echt, hij gaat zo de auto weer in naar de volgende. En dan wil er wel eens wat tussendoor slippen.
As you can tell, they're still setting up. They had the ceremony in here, so now they're rearranging everything, cleaning it up. And this is going to be empty, and it's going to be filled with people. So that should be a lot of fun. I am hungry right now, guys. Yes, I'm talking about food again. But what you guys need to realize, I do talk about food a lot. I work out and I eat about 6 times a day. Not the biggest meals, but I do eat like 6 times a day. So the chance of you guys catching me on camera talking about that it's time to eat, that chance is always there. Let me go check out what's happening here. Now that's pretty dope. They have food trucks lined up with different kinds of food, and normally what I try to do when I'm at weddings, and like I said, I don't do them often, but when I do gigs like that or corporate gigs, I try to keep it professional and not just sit with the crowd and start eating there. This is a little bit different though, because I'm at an event now where most of the guests are people who used to come to a club in this town, Zaandam, where I used to play. So I'm guessing at least 50% of the crowd in here grew up on not my music, but me playing in the club. So this is a familiar surrounding, and I'm just hanging out and seeing people who know how I play, and they are ready to hear what they used to hear when they used to come to the party. So that excites me. They're all about the same age group, and that's gonna be killer. So yeah, man, it's a perfect environment, and the people are getting ready to eat right now. So in this case, I'll probably eat with some of the people that I know and keep it like that. So not the most pro thing, but this is an exception to the rule. But normally if you don't know the client, you don't eat here. I would take my own little space and eat some food there. But this is cool though. Guys, I'm mad right now. I just did a first set and I did not film it. And the set was dope. That'll always happen. But to be honest, even if I film my set, I can't show that on my channel because I don't want any copyright issues. But I'll try to tape the next part of my set if I can, and maybe just put it on Facebook or something like that. But we'll see. But I played earlier than I was supposed to, but that's a good thing because these people are not staying until 11 to 1. and some people were already complaining like they wanted to see my set, but it was too late. It's Tuesday. People have kids, people have work, school, so I'd rather play my second set like in 20 minutes. It's almost, I don't know, 10 o'clock now. Just get it done now, rock that crowd some more, and then everyone can go home. So I'll try to shoot it, put it on Facebook. Guys, let me just end it right here. It's a little bit dark. I hope this lighting works, but this party was great. This was absolutely great. I filmed a part of the second set I did. So the first one I didn't film, and I was kind of mad because that set was dope and the crowd reacted to it very well. But I recorded my second part, and it's just me, just footage of me, because like I said, I'm not just gonna film all these people and post that online, but I'll see if I can post the set that I did on Facebook or something like that. Yeah, that should be cool. But this was a lot of fun, and to me the most important part is that the most important people, the bride, groom, the married couple, they were so excited and grateful. They really had a great time. They thanked me like I don't know how many times. So that's the objective, of course. I mean, I rocked that crowd. That's always good. But you want them, the client, to be happy, and they were ecstatic. So that's just great. I had a lot of fun, got to play the music that I really like, and they loved that music as well. So then you get that perfect vibe. That's the vibe that you want as a DJ, that you get to play the stuff you like and people react to it, and from that moment on it's a party for both parties. So I'm going home right now. It is 1 o'clock, no, 5 past 1. Gotta go home. I actually still have to edit a video that I have to post online today, and today is not when you see this video, but I have to do that, and then I have to get up at 6:15, take one of my kids to school. So it's gonna be another night with not enough sleep. I'm gonna catch up in the daytime tomorrow before I play my party at my son's school. That's gonna be a different type of event. That's just for the love. That's not a booking. They're not paying me, but it's just something I like to do. The kids and parents really like the fact that we have music there, and I let the kids choose a lot of songs, and it's just fun, just great fun. I'm gonna drive and put this camera down. Later, guys.